I always say this Hands-On Children's Museum is such a community treasure. And it's a community treasure because if you think about it, there are so few places that bring such a diverse group of families together in one area. The history of the Children's Museum is such a fun story. You know, we started in a tiny storefront in downtown Olympia about 30 years ago now. And when I came, which was about 27 years ago, the museum was a fledgling startup. They were trying to figure out how to make it. But I have to tell you that Olympia was a much smaller community at that time. There wasn't a lot to do for families indoors, especially during the rainy months. And so it was such a neat opportunity, and I loved it right away. And what I realized is the very first thing that needed to happen is we needed more space. Because when a full busload of school students showed up, they couldn't all fit in the Children's Museum, only half. So 2 years in, we moved over to the state's capital campus and doubled our square footage. Within 3 years, we were bursting at the seams, and we knocked out the wall behind us and doubled again. And then a decade ago, in late 2012, we opened a beautiful permanent facility on Olympia's East Bay waterfront. And that's where we are today.
So we've been going to the Hands-On Children's Museum since our son, about 6 months old. So it's been 6 years now. We've held a membership there, and we just love to go there. Our children have a great time exploring the exhibits. It's just a real good, safe place for them to go and have some fun, get out of the house for a little while.
I think this is a very special museum because we not only took our ideas to create this space from other children's museums, but we also looked at interpretive centers and children's gardens and adult museums. And we put all of those ideas together, which I think gives it a little different flavor. The other thing that we did is we talked to our community and we said, what makes the South Sound such a special place to be? And what we heard over and over again, it's all about the environment, the water, the trees, our history here. And so we said, this museum needs to reflect the beauty of the natural environment that we live in. And we use a lot of wood and a lot of windows and many nature themes in this museum. So there's 10 galleries, 150 exhibits. We have a makerspace and an art studio, and we've even got a snug harbor that's just dedicated for the little ones under 4 so that they can kind of stay out of the fray. But you know, one of the things that I think makes this museum so special is a half-acre outdoor discovery center. Because we are so lucky to have this. We have tried to recreate a natural setting in the outdoors. So we've created a Puget Sound beach. We have a lighthouse. We have Megan D, our vintage schooner, sitting out in the sand. It's really a fabulous place. And I can tell you from visiting different museums around the country, we're just so lucky to have this natural space.
Again, it's just a real safe place where children can go and play with all the different exhibits. There's so many different types, from water play to going down the slides or exercising outside on the bikes or exploring in the sand. There's just a lot of areas where they can go and be kids.
You know, one more thing that's so great about this museum is that we're a leader in access nationwide. We serve about 300,000 visitors a year, and a third of those visitors are able to access this museum through some sort of free or reduced program. So the great news is, regardless of your income, this place is for you too. And we have not only a free admission and membership for low-income families, but we also have First Friday nights where everybody gets to play for $1. We have 30 different access programs. And we are doing something that is in short supply these days. We are spending time with our children, not on a TV screen, not on a phone screen. And so it's quality time for families to get together and really interact with one another. And you know, the learning benefits that we knew back 30 years ago are now really being proven with brain science. And so having fun and learning together They are critical for a child's early development. And I think that's why this whole concept has taken off not only here in Olympia, but all over the nation and worldwide.